Greetings, this is Jed Schlackman. I work as a holistic counselor as well as a hypnotherapist and energy healer. For the current video, I'm speaking about the subject of emotions and our energy, our breath, our digestive health, how all of those are interconnected. It's pretty widely recognized that emotional stress can have an impact on the digestive system and trigger different disorders or diseases per se of the digestive system. So we're going to discuss a little bit about how that unfolds, how our emotions affect our physiology, how they constrict energy flow in the body, particularly into that digestive area, often called the solar plexus area. And when there's a deficiency of energy flow, the organs or tissues in that area don't function as efficiently as they normally would, and problems can arise more easily. So if we were to stop and think about what happens with our body when we're feeling a strong, difficult emotion such as grief, fear, anxiety, anger, shame, often what happens is our breath starts to become shallow or less full and deep. So we kind of tense up and our body constricts, and that reduces the flow of energy and oxygen and nutrition to particular parts of our body. You can also have kind of like a adrenaline rush sometimes where the energy is being sent to your head for you to be thinking, so our mind becomes overactive sometimes, or sent to our extremities, our hands, our legs, our feet, so that we can take some type of physical action in a stressful situation. So when the energy is being diverted to those other priorities, to a lot of mental thinking or a lot of physical activity, you're not able to rest and digest. So digestion is most efficient when you're actually able to rest. If your energy is being diverted to other priorities, other concerns for the body, then there's less energy in that solar plexus digestive area, and so you can start to develop some discomfort or different symptoms there. Perhaps your stomach acid is weakened, perhaps your intestines have the bacteria colonizing it disrupted, so you can get imbalances there, and things don't digest as efficiently as they would when you're feeling healthy and harmonious and happy and joyful and grateful and all of those more positive emotional states. So the emotional state affects the energy flow, it affects how we're breathing, and that affects how well any tissue is going to function. If it's not supplied with energy, with oxygen, then it's going to start being handicapped in a way in its cellular activity and its normal ability to function. So obviously emotional stresses are going to affect those systems. They set off kind of a chain reaction where we have that emotional stress, it disrupts the energy flow and the breathing, and then if we're trying to eat and digest food, we might get an upset stomach or some irritable bowel symptoms, and so then or feeling sometimes even more distressed by those physical symptoms, so it can kind of go into a negative loop or a negative spiral where the physical symptoms and emotional symptoms kind of compound each other or feed into one another. And you'll want to start working on finding ways to break out of that cycle, to get out of that loop, so you can have something emotionally more soothing or calming for you to focus your attention on. And also with your food consumption, to be more conscious that you're not overstressing that system with what you're eating, so you're not overeating, you're not consuming overly dense or challenging foods to digest. You're kind of lightening the load some until you're able to recover your healthy energy flow. That can be challenging for people because it's common for people to use eating as a form of temporary emotional relief, a form of self-soothing or comforting, but that actually can aggravate things because it's putting more stress on that digestive system that's actually in a less functional state due to the emotional stress. So be conscious and mindful of your energy and your emotions. Be careful about eating when you're in a distressed emotional state, and take time to calm your nervous system, to intentionally breathe more deeply, to settle and ground your energy. There's different meditations and exercises you can do to help that normal energy flow restore, so then you would be able to digest food more efficiently and get the nutrition, absorb those nutrients from it, rather than it starting to spoil in your gut and leaking into your bloodstream, where it can activate your immune reactions and cause different types of conditions. So for those who are looking for holistic healing resources, you're welcome to visit my website, which is phinsights.com, phinsights.com. There are a variety of resources there, as well as information about the healing services that I provide. For now, I would like to wish everyone a wonderful, pleasant day. Namaste.